Welcome back. We start today's episode with a moment of solemn reflection upon that which has fallen in the past month, the piece of British culture that is the Argos catalogue. They were good times. Flicking through the Argos catalogue from the back forward because all of the games and toys are at the back because I'm a child. And you may be saying to yourself, aren't you like a week or two out of date for this? And on one hand, yes, but on the other hand, it is National Mail Order Catalogue Day, so I guess not. Kind of not. Anyway, as I said, this is Day of the Day. We have days for your day, as we do every day. And yes, we have 3 more days from on top of the Mail Order Day. We start with National Fajita Day. I'm a big fan of the fajita. I'm a big fan of Mexican food in general. I have sort of 3 stable cuisines that I go to when it comes to food, and it's Mexican, Italian, and Asian. I said like Asian in general, but mostly like Japanese and stuff. But Asian in general. Oh, that was a Asian in general. I'm not editing that burp out because that was a strong boy. I mentioned in the first instance of this recording because I've had to do a few goes because of SD card shenanigans. I'm just not that arsed about it today. I'm not arsed about it because the first one I would have had to do a lot of editing on because I had to go for a sneezing break, and actually quite a few because my nose is still going, and I think it's because of the sneezing. I've ruptured something here, so it's either something in my ear or something in my jaw. I need to get that checked out, and I've had eye problems today, so I'm doing well. How are you? I was like. No, actually, no, I was trying to get to that, but I generally can't remember what I was saying before that. So, alright, yeah, the burp. I'm not editing out the burp because it was kind of too seamless, and also again it was big. And I'm not fussed about the SD card, because the first one would have had to do a lot of editing, and the second one I barely got through the intro, so, like the opening joke with the Argos catalogue. So I'm not that fussed about having to take it a few times. Next up, National Pinot Noir Day. A day that wasn't on my mobile version, so it's a good job I checked online before starting this recording. It's a type of red wine, right? It's not a brand, because if it's a brand, we're going to have a problem. You know how I feel about brands, especially when it comes to Day of the Day. And cocktails, apparently. Go watch that video. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. I'm not giving brands promotion for the sake of, I wasn't giving brands promotion for the sake of it in that one, and and that's sort of why brands having days annoys me. But I'm pretty sure Pinot Noir is a type of red wine. I don't know. I don't drink red wine. Like, if I'm drinking wine, I'm drinking white or rosé generally. I'm not a big red drinker. I can drink red. I'm just not a big fan of it. It's okay. It's okay. And yeah, that's my entire assessment of Pinot Noir. I've not had it. I don't, or at least if I have had it, I'm not aware of it because, like I said, I don't really drink red wine. I'm going to preference last day with a warning. This joke is the stupidest lewd joke I've done in this entire series, I think. You have been warned. Today is National Ice Cream Pie Day, which is where you take a Frosty and you shove it and you squeeze. I told you it was a bad joke and a dirty joke. Yeah, ice cream pie day. Ice cream and pie is a thing. Ice cream cake is a thing. Ice cream pie? How are you defining this? I could have checked. I didn't check, and I'm choosing not to check because I think it's funnier. And also, I like the Frosty joke. any significantly cold, any like frozen milkshake will do. But yeah, just shove the straw up and then squeeze and deal with the problems. Deal with the problems in multiple stages afterwards. First, I'm sure you're going to deal with a very pissed off partner. Then, if you're... I don't know about if you would do it shoving off someone's arse, but if you're shoving a thing, then you've got the whole, don't put sugar there, it's really bad for... Yeah. Reminder, don't candy cane the coochie. Because it really doesn't like sugar. It seems like a fun idea, and it's probably going to be fun in the moment, but you're going to have problems in a couple days. It's a PSA. Yeah, we went from dirty jokes to I mean, it's frankly still dirty, but important. But I think probably important PSA. Yeah, there we go. There's a reason why I check these videos as to not being child friendly, and I think that's pretty clear as to why. I have no filter. I have no filter. I definitely don't have censorship, which is why YouTube doesn't like me. Which is why I don't get a lot of promotion. Which is why I ask you to share these videos for me, because like I said, I don't get promotion. And I kind of know why, but I'm not changing who I am for the sake of a fucking algorithm. I'm not changing who I am because Google can't be asked doing their job well. A whole team of people, I'm sure they could get a better algorithm for this, a better AI for this, or even just hire a team for this and not have an algorithm. I know you, well, to be fair, they have that many videos, I can understand why you'd need some sort of algorithm for checking this sort of stuff. And filtering this sort of stuff. But what should be basically is you have an algorithm filter out things, and then you have a team of people that view the things that are filtered. And I think they have that to some degree, but there's problems. And again, a lot of the time it just goes, fuck it, we're not going to promote him. Like he's tiny, he's got basically no viewers. We don't, and in essence, that's the problem. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I'm just wondering now, like, as things stand, because I don't know the last time I saw, like, a big YouTuber, like, that has come up since the algorithm and stuff. And maybe you can tell me someone who has, and something that has really, like, exploded with it. But, and I'm not counting anyone that's working with YouTube. And even if it's the tiniest connection, I will, lay doubts. But someone starting like this, starting from the fucking bottom and get to the top, because they just go, well, he's got no views. He's got no views, so why bother? Right? I have the same worry here that I have with the WWE, which is they're not making new stars, and so eventually the system's going to fail. Like, there are a few people in the WWE that are blossoming, that are new, but there are so many great talents there that they're just not using, or using poorly, that it's sad. It's disappointing. I'm sure there are plenty of people on here that could do really well, and would do really well if it was still like 6 or 7 years ago, when Google didn't fuck everything up. But now, with the system that they have in place now, won't get anywhere. And I'm often in times really concerned I'm going to be in that group as well, because I am the way I am. But more annoyingly is because this is my goal. My goal is to change the world, and I'm fully aware that's a thing I need people for. Like, I'm also trying to start a business, and I'm trying to start a business in a myriad of ways. And this series, as well as, trying to get me more used to being on camera, more used to presenting, and, doing this sort of stuff, being, I was going to say being a personality, but I am a collection of personalities. I'm insane. But the point is I'm doing this for something, for all these reasons, but it's not getting any traction, it's not going anywhere, it's not doing that because the YouTube system doesn't work. I think if we were, like, back up a ways bit, back when, I can't remember the guy's name, it's been that long since I saw anything he's done, but I'm pretty sure his chat, was it Pogo Bat or was that someone else? But there was someone I remember, and I don't even remember their fucking name now. It was someone I used to watch, just sort of periodically, and they did. This is the type of thing I could see them doing, and they were really big. And I don't know what, I assume they probably left. I think, but a lot of old YouTubers did. So I mean, a lot of the old YouTubers left. A lot of the current YouTubers are either stagnating or are awful. Logan Paul shouting out wrestlers to fight him in a wrestling match. Like, hey, I will fight you in a shoot fight, mate. Have a lot of wrestling match. Oh man, I have never seen someone so up themselves and yet doing so well because of it. It makes me sad. It makes me actively depressed. But yeah, it's in such a weird place, YouTube is, and it's kind of disappointing. But I've got other things I'm going to be doing. This is just for this year, again, unless I get a big enough budget to warrant doing a second run of this series. And then I'm going to go on to a different project. I have at least one other project in mind that is surprisingly deep into planning. Like, there are bits and pieces we still need to do, but considering I mentioned the idea originally, like, I think 3 or 4 months ago, and it was only in the recent Steam Summer Sale where I bought Fire Pro because we think it's a wrestling based thing. We think the idea will work better in Fire Pro. That we started actually planning it out more, and we've got a lot of it planned out now. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing in the new year. I've got a few videos planned as well. Well, I've got a few ideas for videos, most of which just require getting people together and organising, which I think which means we might have a bit of a hiatus going into 2021 as the inevitable December resurgence of COVID happens. But yeah, that's probably a thing. This isn't. I don't know if this is the longest like tangent / outro I've done, but it's getting up there. Well, let's have let's make this an update. Let's make this a bit of a discussion, because I like talking. I like talking to you. I like talking in general. Like, I make a good presenter for this sort of thing because I do like talking, but I also make a bad presenter for this sort of thing because I go on tangents. And sometimes tangents are really good, but sometimes too, like, I'd love to have my own TV show, and I've said it before, I've got a lot of ideas for TV shows, but I'd love, the one I want to do the most, the one I want to do the most is the Game Show Legacy. Because the Game Show Legacy will be great as long as I get a decent budget for it. But the idea I like the most is, it's basically just a satire show. It's not even satire, it's basically, the best way I can describe it is it's Harry Hill's TV Burb, but I'm the host, not Harry Hill, and it's not just television. Right? It's television, it's TV, it's television, it's TV, that's the same thing, Brian. It's television, it's the internet, it's comic books, it's wrestling. I know wrestling is technically television, but I don't think they ever covered wrestling on TV Burp, so I'm specifying it. Like, I'd have a segment on each show which was just to do with adverts, and we just show a couple it would be just going, like, my show, instead of for one ad break, instead of having an ad break, I'd have the adverts up, and then I'd talk about them, and I'd basically say, oh no, this advert is awful, or cool, this advert is actually really well done, here's why, or here's what I don't like about this advert, right? Or because I did media at A-level, and I didn't bother doing it I didn't bother doing a degree in A-level for the simple fact that I kind of know enough about media now to not have to do a degree in it. I chose to do my degree based on stuff I wanted to learn, not the principle of getting a degree. Because I have for a long ass fucking time wanted to start my own company, and for a slightly less long ass time decided, no, that I'm going full in on that because I don't think I have another option, because all my mental health problems makes it not really good to work retail or anything like that. I have problems with authority. I can have a short fuse. I am a mess, basically. I'm a mess that's not very hireable, at least not as far as retail or anything like that goes. But yeah, so I instead was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own company. I want to do media. I want to make my own media company, and I want to work with people. Like, I want to do TV, and I'm not going to just start my own TV channel. I want to work with television, so I want to work with television producers and stuff and do TV. But like, I have so many ideas running through my head, and most of them are doable technically, but I can't because I don't have the means. And part of getting the means is getting the audience, which is why we go full circle here. I think we're probably going to titling this video with more to do with the discussion than the days. But yeah, like, I do like just talking about things and analysing things. And again, I did a media at A-level. See, this is the problem with my tangents, is I get on tangents and then forget what the original point was. That's the biggest problem. So I did the media A-level, and I didn't do a media degree because I didn't care about I wasn't doing the degree for the sake of the degree, I was doing the degree to learn stuff. And so I did a degree in computer games development because I want to make games as well. Because again, I want to do media. I want to do multimedia. I want to do media in, like, basically in whole. I don't think I want to do my own print news or like magazine, but if fuck it, if a magazine producer goes and goes, hi, do you want to make, then you're gonna be like, maybe, depends what. But like, see, this is what, because I'm not gonna edit this as much as I edit some of the other ones. You're gonna realize I say "but like" a fucking lot. A lot of the time that gets edited out because I'll say it and then make a long pause because "but like" is basically me buffering. So, where was I? This is what I mean, tangents. I've generally lost where I am. I've decided I'm just going to ramble now. Like, this is a ramble video, and I'm going to go until the camera dies. That's, fair warning, this is going to be about, like, I have at least another 3 minutes. I will slip in all the other things. I've talked about that one. I talked about, I told you to share. I do hope you join the flock. The broken flock of Shattered Sheep, which Shattered Sheep is the name of the company. I own the company name already. I have the company name, but I'm not really doing anything with it because I don't have the audience. Because I need the audience to do a lot of the things. Because if I have the attention of people, then yeah. But like, so I want to do multimedia. I've remembered my point. It'll come back to me as I ramble onto something else. That's the thing. So you gotta keep up with me when I do these rambly videos. This is something that will come back after this because I will just go, fuck it, we're doing a ramble today. Especially if I decide to do weekly content. Because my current thought is have the other project I'm planning be bi-weekly and then have weekly other stuff whenever we come back properly. Because there will be a hiatus after this, whatever, to some degree, but it might be longer if people are an issue, but rambling is going to be something that is in some of those because I do. This is my life. This is something I do. I think far too much about stuff, but I want to do so I want to do these media things. I want to, I need an audience to do that because of growing. But like, I have so many ideas for games, most of which aren't written down. I'd love to make a fighting game because I love fighting games, and I have so many ideas for characters. And that's the thing. I am really good at coming up with characters. I'm really good at coming up with mechanics. What I learned from doing computer games to a degree is I'm not very good at programming, so I'm probably going to need other people for that. I'm good enough at programming to, if someone's having problems with their code, help them fix that, but I'm definitely not good enough to make a game on my own, so I'm going to have to work with people for these. So that's a thing. But I have an idea for a fighting game, I have an idea for a sort of Fury-esque thing, is the best way I can describe it. But I'm sort of in two minds of whether or not I want it to be straight bosses or have I want it to be in a weird combination of power fantasy and like boss rush, in the sense of I want it to scale like you are strong enough where you compete all of these normal guys with absolute ease. But I want to do that almost to scale how powerful the bosses are. It's an idea, right? I'm running out of time. I have a card game that I'm writing and I've mentioned a few times in the series. I have multiple ideas for TV shows. There's so much I want to do, but not the audience to do it. And that's sort of where this whole thing came from. I will see you tomorrow.